Hey, what's up, guys? It's Gumball here. Sorry I haven't been uploading to YouTube in basically a month. I've been both busy and tired of PTC, not necessarily PTCGO, but Pokemon as a whole. Just there hasn't been a whole lot going on, so I've been playing some other games, a bit of more Mario Kart. I got Animal Crossing recently, and I put a couple hundred hours into that already. But I've been streaming PTCGO here and there, mostly expanded and old format stuff.
Griddled onion cheeseburgers. I love it every time they send us a hamburger option.
Fucking ads. Talking about grilled bacon cheeseburgers. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. I've been playing a bunch of Expanded lately, and a couple of meme decks here and there, but this is a deck that I've been messing with that I've really been enjoying a lot, and that would be Reshi Zard, but an Expanded. So it's no secret, the big Dragon Boys have been falling off in Standard. Firebox as a whole just hasn't been very good since Dragapult came out. In general, it was kind of declining at Sword and Shield a little bit, and a lot of them started cutting the Zard, me included. Whenever I won my Standard Cup in March, I didn't even play Zard in my list. I was playing 2 Victini V, because Zard in Standard has just been underwhelming. 270 isn't a whole lot of HP. ADPZ was always able to hit that. ADPZ was a huge problem. Flare Strike just doesn't hit as hard as it used to. Outrage is still pretty good, though. I did end up putting it back in because of Dragapult, though, because like I still like Firebox and Standard. The deck's not good, but it's fun. But because Dragapult is slightly an issue, you can just go in with the big Zard. Between Flare Strike and Outrage, you two-shot. Double Blaze isn't terrible. It has the bulk to deal with Pult a little bit easier, and ADPZ has fallen off a lot since Sword and Shield base. But we're not talking about Standard, we're talking about Expanded. Now, I fucking love this card in Expanded. Flare Strike, you already know what it does. This card's been around for a year already. It's been, well, ever since the season started again, it's fluctuated a little bit, but overall, it's been a relevant card most of the time it's existed. But it hits really hard like a truck, and with Steam Up, Volcanion-EX, it can hit even harder. With Steam Up, you're able to one-shot tag teams. I'll get into more in a minute, but you can kill VMAXs too. Not that VMAX is really C-play in Expanded, because most of them aren't very good in Expanded, but you can one-shot them, and that is insane. But yeah, that's our main attacker, so we're running 2. We're also running, well, I guess I should go back into this. We're the Volcanion-EX. We're running 2 of these. Steam Up is a really good ability. Steam Up lets you hit Zard, or lets your Zard hit a lot harder. Sorry, I'm hyped on Mountain Dew, so I'm slurring my words all over the place. It also has Volcanic Heat, just 130 for 3 energy. You actually do use Volcanic Heat sometimes. Same way you use Heatran. Like, Heatran, it was always good for Hot Burn, but, like, Steaming Stomp wasn't bad either. Volcanic Heat is just Steaming Stomp, but it has the downside of not being able to attack on the following turn. It only has 180 HP. It's not going to attack next turn anyway. It also has the Water typing, which, even though Fire is not really relevant in Expanded, it does hit Fire weakness, I guess. Like, nobody's playing Zard except me, as far as I know. Hopefully after this video, get some people on that train. It's not a terrible attacker, it's mostly there for Steam Up. Victini V. Victini V is actually a good attacker. Energy Burst can just hit like a fucking truck. It only needs 2 energy, and although that doesn't seem that big of a deal, if you're weldering onto a different Mon and just using your manual attachment to Victini, you can go a turn with missing Welder and still be able to attack, and that's why it's really good. This was another reason that I really like the 2 of them in my standard list, was because like I could welder to one and manually attach to the other. And I was also running bead in my standard list because like attach and bead, it's basically a 5th welder. Like you're getting 1 less energy on the Victini, but a lot of times you're 2-shotting anyway. You can one-shot with energy burst though. Because you have steam ups and welders and that, you can get 3 energy in 1 turn. Assuming your opponent's active is 3, that's already 180. 2 steam ups, you're doing 240. Now, imagine if you stack more energy, more steam ups, your opponent has more energy. Like, you can hit really hard with Victini. And Spreading Flames is also really good, because, like, if you miss a welder, you can just spread flames and attach energy that way. spread your energy out a little bit. We're also running Victini V, or no, we are running Victini V. Victini Prism is what this card is. So you could probably tell right here that we're only running 13 fire. Well, if we're only running 13 fire. Victini Prism isn't taking KOs, right? Wrong. You can hit 270, 290. You can hit really hard with Victini Prism because of Steam Up. There's a lot of synergy with Steam Up and Infinity in this deck. Namely that, like, Scoop Up Net, you can Steam Up multiple times, puts more energy in discard, and you can prize an energy. Like, you can only have 10 energy in discard and still kill a tag team. You can kill a tag team with 9 energy in discard, actually. Although you need 3 Steam Ups to do it. But that's not impossible. That's not unheard of. I have Steam... Like, it's not that often where you miss a Steam Up whenever you need to hit 3. Like, if you need to hit 3 Steam Ups, you can dig for 3 Steam Ups. We're also running a Cramorant. I was running Heatran. Heatran, I felt like never really did anything, because Hot Burn... I mean, you already run 2 Zard. You can Double Blaze if you really, really need to do 300. A lot of times, though, you do kind of just go second and Double Blaze turn 1. Against big boys, anyway. Against smaller attackers, you can use, like... I had Outrage turn 1 for, like, 90 damage to kill a 1-prizer. Is that another fucking ad? Yes, it is. So many ads. Is there gonna be an ad after every song? That's fucking annoying. Anyway, yeah, like, you can... Yeah, I never use Heatran. If you need to do 130, Volcanion's already here. The reason we were in Cramorant is because, like, Beat Catch can keep you from bricking. Same thing with, like, Victini V. Like, if you miss a Welder, Beat Catch and, Spreading Flames are both really good options. But you also have Spit Shot. The reason Spit Shot is really good is because, like, this deck... Because you rely on Welder, because you rely on supporters so much to set up attackers, a lot of times if you need to Gust for game, you can't. Unless you find the 1-up Great Catcher. And of course, I'll get back into that in a minute, but like, if you find Welder, you don't need to dig for the Great Catcher, you can just bench Cramorant, Welder, Spit Shot a Shaymin for game. That's sometimes what you'll do, like, you'll kill a big boy with Double Blaze or Flare Strike or something, you'll outrage something for a KO, and then you can just Spit Shot for your last prizes. So, yeah. You can also set up numbers on the bench, like, if you're trying to just set up a board state, and you don't have the Gust, but you also don't want to hit into something, like... It's a matter of both players charging up an attacker on the bench, and whoever attacks with it first is going to be the one that loses, because they're going to be the first one to lose their big attacker. Cramorant can just, like, Spit Shot the attacker twice, like, big tag team, just VMAXs, stuff like that. Like, it does perfect math on Dedenne, Shaymin, good stuff. And the rest of them online is just supports. Like, I think we run 7 attackers and 5 support mons. So we're running 2 Shaymin. Setup is really broken. You can just spam it. You have Scoop Up Net, so you can just reuse it multiple times in the same turn. So it's the best, obviously. Dedenne, though, like, you're not always going to be able to set up for the amount of cards you want. And Dedenne changes to, like, you know what, my hand is like a crystal with no energy and discard. A hood that I can't use. Another stadium when I already have a Hearth in play. I'm just going to Dedenne change and draw 6 fresh boys. We're also running Jirachi. Same thing as Shaymin. Like, you can bench it and then Scoop Up Net to reuse it later. And we're also running Lele for a couple reasons. The first one being Wob. So this deck, again, it's so supporter aligned. You like having 2 different mons to search supporters. Or not necessarily 2 different, but like 2 copies of supporter search mons. But the reason we want to run Lele is because, like, if you need the Jirachi, if you need to scoop it up, you just get the Jirachi. But Wob kind of just shuts this deck down. Not that everything is playing Wob, but, like, Trevnor still plays Wob. Some weird decks could play Wob as a 1-up just to, like, slow you down turn 1. Expanded is a mess right now. It's really weird to make different calls, but for the sake of consistency and for the sake of not wanting to have to worry about Wob at all, we like having the Lele for Wonder Tag. And there are times where you do Energy Drive. It's very, very rare, because, like, why would you ever Energy Drive instead of Energy Burst? It does more damage, Victini has more HP, it has Spreading Flames. But, like, in very, very weird situations, you can Energy Drive, which is cool. And, yeah, that's the whole support mon, or that's the whole mon line. Supporters, we're running 4 Welder, 2 Guzma, 1 Blacksmith, and 1 Juniper. So, Welder is obviously your main supporter. you want to be weldering energy into play. Blacksmith, same reasoning behind me running bead and standard. It's like a 5th welder, albeit a slightly worse one. However, the cool thing about Blacksmith is that because it gets energy from the discard, it's kind of like energy recovery in a sense. I mean, Victini Prism is your only real energy recovery in this deck, which, I mean, you only use late game anyway, whenever you want to take a big KO. So, a lot of times what you're going to be doing with, if you end up using Blacksmith in a game, usually what you're doing is just like steam up, Blacksmith. Something along those lines, right? And, yeah, I mean, it's there. It's there when you need it. It requires less cards than Welder to use. Like, Welder, you need the Welder and 2 energy. And then a lot of times you need an attachment. Blacksmith is just like, okay, I'm just going to Versus Seeker for Blacksmith and set up for a few cards. So, it is good in that sense. The only reason we're running a Juniper at all is because, like, you want to be able to have a discard draw 7 option. You have Dead Change, you have Setup, but those are abilities. If you get ability locked or you can't find them on, and you have a Versus Seeker, but you can't use Welder, you want to be able to discard and draw 7. I was running 2, but because you have all this ability draw, it was kind of unnecessary, and I needed consistency in other places. Like, I think I cut it for a 3rd Ultra Ball. We're gonna keep testing 3 and see if we want to up it to 4 or keep 3. 2 is definitely not enough. I have definitely wanted 7 to 8 search in this deck the entire time I played it. So I finally just ended up like, you know what? I never ever need a 2nd Juniper. I rarely use the 1. But I use it enough not to cut it, right? I use it enough to play the 1, but not enough to warrant 2 at all. So we still play the 1. And then 2 Guzma. It resets Flare Strike. It resets Volcanic Heat if neither of them die. Zard is going to be slightly harder to kill because it has more HP as a whole, and you have Fury Belt, so it goes up to 310, and if they don't blow or KO, you're just going to be able to Guzma something in Outrage, if not kill the active. The reason we're running 2 is because you don't want to prize it. It's very, very important against Eggrow. It's very, very important against Dolls. It's not terrible against Trevnor. It's really good against ADPZ as well. It's good against a lot of the better decks in the format to have a 2nd Guzma. You don't want to prize it. You don't want to get it draft away. And, like, you don't want to get item locked and then you can't Versus Seeker for the 1 back, right? You like having 2. 2 is good. Although, with the Cramorant and with the Great Catcher, you probably could go down to 1. I just don't really know what you would cut it for. Another fucking ad. Holy shit. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna have to find a different fucking playlist. This is annoying. Straight cancer. Alright, we'll just go to Chilled Cow. Chilled Cow's old reliable. So, yeah, that's the main supporter lineup. There's not many. Only 8 supporters. That's enough, though. That's more than Roxy plays. But, let's go into the item line, I guess. Running 4 Quick Ball. Every Pokemon in the deck is a basic. 3 Ultra Ball. I was thinking about going 4 Ultra, 3 Quick, just because, like, you can Ultra Ball, discard more cards, and then set up for more, but I feel like that was a really bad argument. Because a lot of resources you do kind of want to hold in your hand, because you have very limited copies of them and, like, no recovery. Like, Fire Crystals. Like, you don't want to be discarding Fire Crystals if you don't absolutely have to. Luckily, because you don't really... Luckily, because you only run 1 Data Change and 1 Juniper, both of them you don't use 2/2/2 often. Dede more often than Juniper. You're able to hold on to your crystals more often, which is why I was able to go down to 2 when I originally, first drafting the list, played 4. But I like the 3 Ultra Ball, 4 Quick Ball split. It works well. And having 7 Search is a lot better than only having like 4 Quick Ball or 4-2, 3-3 split. Like, having 7 Search is really good. And again, we'll see if we want 8, but I don't know if we need 8. 8 seems a little excessive with only 12 Mons in deck. But we'll see. 4 Scoop 'em Net. Scoop 'em Net is the only reason I think this deck is viable. Like, I played this deck back in, like, December. I took it to a cup with my teammate, Avi. He top 8'd. I did not, because my prizes were horrible. The list wasn't that good. And the deck didn't have Quick Ball yet. Quick Ball makes a huge difference in consistency. But also, Net just makes this deck insane. Net lets you spam setup. It lets you pick up target, smaller targets, so you can just... They have to go through Reshi's, or they can't gust around it. It lets you reuse Steam Up multiple times, which is what I was getting at with the whole Victini Prism being able to blow something up with only like 10 energy and discard, which happens pretty often. It's so good. Net is so fucking good in this deck. It's also a pivot, like it scoops up like half of your bad starters almost. So you're able to get away with only one float, which I really like. Because like usually you can manually retreat something, you can scoop up net, or you can attack with it. So you don't need float that often. It's still a good one of those, so I'm gonna play the one. For Versus Seeker, it's Versus Seeker. You're running 4. The only reason I would go down to 3 is to play an Eldegoss, and you might be asking yourself why I would play an Eldegoss in this deck. There are a couple reasons, actually. One is that you can infinite your deck with Eldegoss. You can already infinite your deck with Victini Prism, so that's a pretty bad argument already, but being Eldegoss, being a basic ability Pokemon, you can ball for it. You can ball for a supporter in your discard. Same thing like the Jirachi and Layla. Like, if you cut either of these, if you cut down to 1, I would probably play an Eldegoss. 1 blower. Gets rid of Swell. Getting rid of Swell is really important. Getting rid of Swell is really good. Gets rid of other tools, other floats. The rogue Fury Belt decks that run around. Gets rid of Choice Band, which is good, because Choice Band is one of the few things that can help things like one-shot Zard. A big thing, though, is just to get rid of, like, Swell is the big one. The one Great Catcher, like I said, like, it's Gust that isn't a supporter. So you can use Welder, you can dig for the Great Catcher, which is really good. And like I said, we run 2 Crystal. I originally ran 4, cut it down to 3, and then I was like, you know what, I want a Blacksmith in this deck. I'd rather just go down to 2 Crystal. 3 Hearth. I was playing 2. I was raging with 2 because, like, Swell was fucking me up. Any deck with Silent Lab or Power Plant was fucking me up. I was like, you know what? I really wish this deck ran 3 Hearth because there was also times where I was missing energy when I shouldn't have been. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's go up to 3 Hearth. Win the Stadium War, get energy when I need it, and it's been so much better running 3 Hearth. I don't run Heat Factory. You'd always rather have Hearth in play. Heat Factory never really does anything. You don't have a problem drawing cards because you have Setup, Dead-Edge Change, Welder, Juniper, etc. We're running Fury Belt over Choice Band because, again, we have Steam Up. We don't need the Choice Band. We can already hit tag team numbers really easily. VMAXs aren't affected by Choice Band. And putting ourselves up to 310, like, it's so much harder to hit 310 than 370. It's not even funny. A lot of decks plan to only hit 280 because it's like, that's ADP. ADP is basically the highest HP mon in the format that sees a lot of play. So that's really all that the other decks prepare for. I will say that it is slightly awkward running Fury Belt over Muscle Band because Muscle Band can make the difference between 270 and 280, so you can whiff a KO on ADP because of Fury Belt instead of Muscle Band. So that's something to debate over. Also, ADP-Z runs Swell and Expanded, which is really annoying because we can't always hit the Hearth. So a lot of times we want to be triple Steam Upping to Double Blaze turn 1 to kill ADP. Or turn 2, same thing. Before or after they GX. ADP active. That's my point that I'm trying to get at, is that you want to be able to Double Blaze KO. And Fury Belt versus Muscle Band can make a difference between Steam Ups. And I don't like that. But I do like having 310 HP, which is really good. We're running the 1 Hood. It's cool against Muck, I guess. We run it for Eggrow. We don't play an Evolution Mon. It takes up too much space. Hood is a card we can just throw away in any other matchup. If we need it against Muck, we can attach it to Volcanion, Steam Up, and kill a Trevnor, I guess. I don't know what other decks play Muck. But mostly against Vileplume because, like, if they have Burning Shadows Plume out, like, if they have the item lock and Burning Shadows Plume out, you just Guzma the item lock one, and then they're just sitting there with the Burning Shadows Plume. You just go Hood, I win. Right? And then 13 Fire. Like I said, like, it's plenty. You don't need more for Infinity because you already one-shot stuff with Infinity with 13. I was running 14. 14 was nice, but because I'm playing 3 Hearth, Blacksmith, and all that shit, like, I needed space, and it was kind of overkill. I think 13 is the sweet spot. I wouldn't go down to 12, because at that point, risking prizing energy is not great. I think 13 is the sweet spot for this deck. So, let's go play Ladder. I have not touched Ladder in a while. Oh, there was a reset? What's this? Ew, Crasher Wake? That's kind of bad. Where is it? Reshizard, there we go. It's been a while since I played Pokemon. Like I said, I've been playing other games like Mario Kart, Animal Crossing. Dark Dragon Lightning Grass. I think this is Roxy. So, that's kind of unfortunate because Roxy is a deck that I don't want to see with Reshizard. I do think Reshizard is extremely good. I mean, if they ban that, it's not going to be good anymore. But if they don't ban that, I think Reshizard is really good. However, Roxy is also very good. And yeah, that's Roxy. Cool. This is a matchup I didn't really want to see. Because this is probably the only attacking deck I think Zard, like, actually loses to. Although they probably don't know the matchup because, again, Zard is a rogue deck. I know how to beat it with Roxy because I made Zard, and I pilot Roxy all the time. That's my only main expanded deck. Although I have been playing so much Zard, I could probably call that my new main expanded deck. He's gonna get the Pseudo-Widow, so he probably thinks I'm playing some sort of donk deck. Scoop him at the Shaymin. I'm curious as to whether or not this person's playing my list. Because I've been trying to spread my list around a little bit. I changed the list a lot from my Collinsville list. I've started playing Coughing. So far, I have seen cards that are in my current list. Dedenne. Interesting. There's the Guznag. Choice Band. Okay, they're not running my current list. Well, they still could be. They could be running the list for my video. Because that did run Choice Band over Muscle Band. Well, goddamn. Well, this is a great way to showcase why I like Cramorant. Although I could Double Blaze turn 1. Yeah, I'm going to Double Blaze turn 1. We're going to do that. We're going to Hood there. Attach. Scoop him at the Shaymin. The reason we're attaching Hood to Zard here is because it prevents any Roxy damage or Zig damage from coming down, which is really good. I'm debating whether or not I want to dig harder. I really like this hand. But I don't like it that much. I am going to bench that. And then I'm going to Double Blaze. It's also fine having Hood instead of Fury Belt here because no matter what, I need 2 Steam Ups to kill the Guznag with or without the Fury Belt. Because it has 280 and not 270. So he's going to float the Pseudo. Or she's going to float the Pseudo. In me? Fuck. Well, glad I benched the other Zard and I didn't Ultra Ball. That's a pretty good hand. So you're just going to 2-shot me. So I'm doing more with Outrage right now. I still need 2 Steam Ups, but I don't need to attach there, which is really good. Huh. We're going to discard the Fire. Ball for Shaymin. How many nets do I have in deck? I have 3. So all of them. I still have both Hearth in deck. Both Valk. Alright. I'm going to comp search for the Hearth here. So I only need one Steam Up to kill. And we can outrage. So because we have both Shaymin down, we can just lose if we get into one. But I think we still have the Dedenne in deck, and I still have 2 nets. Yeah, I still have both nets. And he needs to find a KO out of an in. I have 100 HP, so you do need to set up the Calamity Slash in order to kill. Okay, yeah, they're running my list! Hell yeah, dude! This person is literally just taking my list from the video. That is actually awesome. Togecase 96. I don't know this person, but I like this person. I might know them. Most people that watch that video know me on a personal level, although that is, like, my only video on YouTube with actual views. Oh, no, never mind. My Dollstall vid has, like, 180 or something. It's whatever. Like, in terms of Pokemon content, that's not very many. Getting into one, not drawing very much off of that at all. And also, you attach to the Dedenne. Why? You can't win by linear attacking me. Getting the second Tina Chomp. Are you gonna get the Zig? Okay. I don't disagree with benching the second Tina Chomp there. If you're getting, yeah, you're getting both energy out of discard, so I don't disagree. You're still 10 short of killing me. Compressor, alright. If that's not a choice band or a scoop up net, then yeah, you're not gonna KO here. I don't really agree with attaching the choice band to the Guznag earlier. I mean, if you have no other choice, then I get it. So what's the 6th card in your hand? Hitting the bench, okay. So you're kind of just expecting to dig for the choice band. I don't disagree with that. There it is. And now I'm pretty sure we lose. Yeah, you still have 2 versus Seeker left. So it's not looking good. Rip. Did you have the Great Catcher? I don't think you... Yeah, the Great Catcher's gone. And you don't have a way to pivot out of an attacker. So I do still have 1 extra turn. Gonna get the Swell. Putting it down. Yep, that's correct. So I need to prize search real quick. Just gonna kill the Shaymin. That makes sense. Well, I still have my Great Catcher. I do. I need to see if it's prized. There's the Great Catcher. How hard can I hit right now? I think I just go for the welder play. Prize the Dedenne. I don't think we can win. Yeah. Yeah, it's not looking good. Yeah, I can't win. How many Versus Seekers have you gone through? Only, yeah, you didn't go through the third one yet. Alright, so we got Body by Roxy, that's fine. Had I not prized the Dedenne, that could have gone a little differently. I do want to see if this person is just playing my list. So far, it looks exactly like mine. Yep. Yep, that's my 60. That's the 60 from the video. I want to send you a friend request. I want to see if that Togekiss person takes my friend request. I want to shoot them a message real quick to see if they want to see if they enjoyed that video. Well, they're gonna be in this one regardless. Let's move on to the next game. That game was very down to the wire. I expected that to be a lot more one-sided than it was. I still almost won. So, things I could have done differently. I don't think I could have done much difference, because I needed to hit the Fury Belt in 2 Steam-Ups, or 3 Steam-Ups, in order to kill the Shaymin there. So, what I should have done, probably, in hindsight, what I should have done is, like, just attached to the Zard, and then just Junipered. Like, I should have just, Quick Balled, Ultra Balled for, like, the Jirachi or something, and then Junipered to try to find the Fire Energies. But then again, I was gonna leave myself with, I think, either 1 or 0 bench spaces, so... No, yeah, I was more likely gonna hit the energy off the Welder anyway. I still think that was the correct play. And also, the Swell was really good, because if I did hit Hearth, and they didn't play the Swell, then I would have won. So, good on my opponent. I think they made a couple misplays, but overall, at the very end, they played well when it counted. So we're playing against ADPZ here. A matchup I do not like. Or not. It could just be straight Zacian. Yeah, I think it's just Zacian box. Because I remember people were running this Entei to kill other Zacians in the mirror with counter energy. So if that's what we're playing against, I think we just win. Because we just hit this thing for weakness. Like, even with Saucer, I'm pretty... Or, not Saucer. Even with Pan, which these don't play, we're hitting hard enough for it not to matter. So also, because they're not taking extra prizes, we don't really have to worry about them doing anything stupid. Like Fishy. I could Fury Belt to this Cramorant and kill the Pseudo-Widow. I'm gonna do that. I feel like being greedy is not the play here. Oof. That's not great. We're gonna Ultra Ball for the Jirachi. I do like that hand quite a bit. I'm going to play the Hearth, and then I'm going to Hearth away a Fire Energy. Only 5 energy left in deck. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I prized 4 energy. That's insane. But that also means we're about to draw our energy. So that's not that bad. We're just going to spit shot the Pseudo Widow. We need our bench spaces for consistency reasons. Delmize, yep. Shaymin for 6. No, really? Okay. So we're about to just KO the Zacian, and he's not going to be able to do anything about it. Ooh, that is sick nasty. Do we get the Zard, the Victini? Well, we either get the Zard or the Victini Prism. I think we get the Zard. So I can get rid of the Great Catcher. And I don't want to get rid of the energy. I think we just get rid of the Shaymin. We're gonna get the Zard. We Welder. We can attach. I'm gonna Quick Ball. Prize the Dedenne again. No, it's not. It's on our bench. I'm stupid. So we're gonna get the Shaymin here. We're gonna set up. Good. I like that shit. I like that a lot. I will put down the Victini Prism, just so we have something to send up. Skip up the Jirachi, and then blow this up. And he just scoops. Makes sense, makes sense. I wonder if we can cop this list real quick. Nope. Has it hidden? Damn. I don't think that Togekiss guy accepted our friend request. I'm so sad. He's such an asshole. Alright, what is this? Lightning, Water, Psychic, Grass. Is this Archie's? I'm gonna say based on the deck box, it's probably Archie's. Win the coin flip? No, we're going second. If it's Archie's, we definitely want to go second. So, even though this deck, like, okay, if you go first, you get an attachment, so on your first attacking turn, you can still Flare Strike. You still want to go second. Because that first turn supporter matters a whole lot. Like, a lot. I probably should have started Volk because we can just scoop up net, but I'm going to start the Zard. Starting the Shaymin. We definitely should have started the Volk then. Yeah, no, that was a straight up misplay. I should have started Volk. The only reason I didn't was because I was like, okay, yeah, if he starts a big tag team, I can just one-shot it. Because a lot of these lists are running Mew 3 as their main attacking source. Although I have seen lists lately running Lapras. It's still bad. They're not good lists, but I've seen lists. I mean, Archie's is a good deck, so, you know. If you're going to play a bad deck, you might as well play a bad list, too. Running the Tina. Oh, okay, yeah, he's running Mew 3. I had to think about that for a second. He's either running Mew 3 or he's running the old-ass Wailord list, and if he's running Wailord, I can't win. Because he hits me for weakness and has way too much HP for me to hit back. So something cool about this matchup is that if I bench Cramorant, I can just kill Blastoise. I should have pointed out during the deck introduction, the reason I don't run any hand disruption is because I may have mentioned this. It's the same reason why I ended up cutting down on Juniper. It's also the same reason why I run Juniper. If you don't, you need to be using Welder basically every turn, and if you're not using Welder, you need to be digging for Welder, or you need to be gusting. You don't have time to hand disrupt your opponent. A lot of times you just need to gun it for prizes, and then just not worry about it. Alright, so we have a really good hand right now. I'm going to bench the Volk and start Weldering to the Volk. I'm just going to trust that Float is in deck. I hope it is. It is. Okay, so I can Comp Search for Float. I think. Well, let me Quick Ball first for Shaymin. Quick Ball for Shaymin, attach to the Volk, set up for 3. So we hit the Scoop Up Net, which I like. So I Comp Search away Hood and Energy. Right? Yeah. So we're going to bench that again. That's interesting. I'm going to Quick Ball away the Ultra Ball. And just get Cramorant down right now. We can keep Victini V as a surprise. Then we can just Volcanic-EX KO. So what I should have done immediately was, whenever I had my 2 energy in hand, I should have just went for Hearth and checked to see if Float was in deck, because if it wasn't, I was fucked. Because I Weldered to the wrong target if Float was prized. And I would have gotten more energy and thinned my deck before the Welder, so that was missequencing. Again, like, I haven't touched this game in a while, so I'm a little rusty on my sequencing. But I'm catching it. That's the important part, is that I am catching that shit. Because sequencing is very, very, very important. It's also annoying that even though I played Hearth, I gave him Hearth. So I gave him a way to discard 1 extra card to get the Archies, but he was probably going to get it anyway because I don't run Hand Disruption. That's the whale card. Alright. Little does Poppy know, I have a little special secret surprise waiting for him. It's Victini V. 5 energy on Wailord, 3 on Victini V is 240. And then I could steam up twice. Like, if you ever hit with this thing, I'm gonna murder it. Absolutely myrtle-urdle it. Put down the Viridian, that's fine. Drop that egg. I'm definitely just going to go after the Blastoise this turn. I'm just going to trust that I can hit the 3rd energy. Alright, yeah, you're getting the KO here. I wonder why he's running the Water Palkia over the Dragon. I guess it doesn't make a difference, and you get Archies this one back. Well, there's a reason I ran the water one at some point. I don't remember what the reason was, but there was a reason. And whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. So we hit Fury Belt. I do like Fury Belt. Not as much as I would have liked another way to draw cards. So I need to keep that Volk in my hand. I don't think Fury Belt matters for the sake of math at all. Do I need the Jirachi? I actually do want the Jirachi. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of the Fury Belt. Blacksmith isn't in deck, which I don't like. Yeah, we hit the energy. Alright, cool. So I have a couple things going for me right now. So you need to hit an Archie's right now, or just hit into this Palkia, which does not bode well for you. Yeah, if you don't find the Archies and KO here, you lose. And even if you do find the KO here, it's not looking good. Because your Shaymin and Dedenne are already gone, and a lot of these lists only run 1-1 split. Some of them do run a second Shaymin, but I don't think the single Shaymin is going to get him where he needs to go on the following turn, even if he finds the KO. Because he's only doing 130 right now. Or 140. I forget 60 plus, not 50 plus like Keldeo. Yeah, so we're looking pretty fresh to win this game. I will say, I am a little bit in danger because of Towering Splash. Actually, yeah, if you KO here, I might lose. Great Catcher. Oh, no. Is that last card Archie's? It's not. Yeah, that's probably game then. I'm amazed you hit that, to be honest. Alright, the problem with him killing Zard is that I don't have a way to KO here. Like, I am in a very dangerous position. So how many do I need to kill this with Victini V? A minimum of 2, 2... Oh yeah, no, if I get the energy, then I just kill. Viridian... Oh, wait, Ultra Ball? Sure. I guess? Yeah, I absolutely need to kill this then, because he's threatening the Guzma because you haven't used a single versus Seeker yet. I just need to retreat. Sorry, I'm trying to map out my bench here. We're gonna Quick Ball away Shaymin? Or Jirachi. Or Victini Prism. I like Victini Prism though. Yeah, we get rid of the Jirachi. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get the Zard. We're gonna attach, bench Zard, bench Shaymin. Should be a KO, right? 3 times. Yeah, that's a KO. All right. Very close game. It's all gonna come down to whether or not they have the Archies, which they could. They could. I don't think they do, but they could. Because I still have a bunch of Ultra Balls left. They still have 4 versus Seeker left. Yeah. There is definitely a chance that we lose this game. I have used 1 net. Alright. Radiant Away is superior. That's cool. So that's 1 less superior you can hit if you find the Archies. Oof. That is not good for our opponent. Let's Viridian Away Lele to see what's left in deck. So, put 9 in discard. Plus 2 steam up to it. It's not enough. Again, I'm trying to map out this KO. We're gonna do that. It is technically possible for us to kill Victini V or Prism here. I'm gonna bench the Volk, steam up. Scoop up the Volk. Or I could just I could have retreated into the Cramorant. That's fine. Do that. We will retreat into this. Blacksmith. And then attach to the Zard. Yeah. Yeah, I like that line of play. New 3. I didn't just screw myself, did I? Nah, I don't think so. Attaching to the active. No fucking way. They hit the Archies. I can't believe that. They actually hit it. That's insane. If you draw into superior, that's game. Is that it? Trainer's mail? Quick ball? Running quick ball on Archies. It seems kind of sketch. Bro, this is getting so close. Are you BMing me? Did you have this superior the whole time? Quick ball away the egg, really? You do play the second Shaymin. Oh, dude, they're gonna probably hit it. Oh, bro, they had the compressor too? Bro, how did they hit all this? How? I mean, I didn't really have the option to spit shot the Wailord. So, yeah. Let me see the superior. Dude, you don't need a prop. You could just superior right now. There it is. Can't believe they hit that. I need to see this list, dude. 3 Shaymin. Ugh. This list looked kind of bad. Very lucky. Our opponent got very lucky. And we played 2 for 4. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Standard Archie supporter line. I am pretty upset about losing to that, because I don't think I should have. I mean, if I could have spit shotted, if I had the option, I would have. That was the better play, but I was 1 energy short, and because of Viridian and not Hearth being in play, I wasn't able to get there. Although I could have Deta changed and probably got there, I didn't want to. I feel like that wasn't. I feel like, you know, if he's just attach passing with a Wailord active and nothing else. I didn't think his hand would have been 2 Mew 3s, 2 Versus Seekers, a Superior, and some other fucking card. I did not expect that at all to happen. Our opponent just got so lucky at the very end there. But, unfortunately, we lost 2 out of 3 games. I know that wasn't a great showcase, but both times were kind of just our opponent getting luckier than us. I still think this deck is really good. Although I did misplay at the beginning of that Archie's game by promoting Volk instead of by promoting Zard instead of the Volk. That was definitely incorrect. Overall, I think the list is good. I think the list is fine. I just need to, you know, get back into my groove so I can stop misplaying. But, yeah, thank you guys for enjoying that. And, oh, yeah, before I go. So, later today on Twitch, I'm going to be posting this on Saturday. I should be, anyway. A few hours after this is posted, I'm going to be doing the Death Nut Challenge on Twitch. If you don't know what the Death Nut Challenge is, oh, it's going to be great. Progressively hotter peanuts fused with the world's hottest peppers. It starts off with a, you know, Carolina Reaper equivalent spicy peanut. That's level 1. It goes all the way down to level 5, which is 13 million Scoville. That is fucking hot. That is like that is about, on average, about 7 times hotter than a Carolina Reaper. So, yeah, I have to handle this with gloves. My sister's gonna be doing it with me. She just got back into town. I'll leave a link in my description for my Twitch channel. Please check it out. Doing stupid shit like this is what I'm good at, but, you know, obviously I need some support from the viewers, you feel me? Give me that dinero, give me that sweet little, that good shit. We trade good shit for even better shit. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Go check out my Twitch. Go check out our lovely sponsors at Guardian Gaming. Leave a link to that in the description as well. And, I guess just tell me what you think of the Zard deck. I know that I played like shit. I know that obviously I wasn't drawing... Well, I was drawing fine. Outside of getting end. I definitely need to have a better game plan for getting end. I was running Guru in my list before, in January. I cut it because I figured it wouldn't be that good, but being able to just not getting into one and losing because of it, kind of nice. I don't really know what I would cut for it, though. Probably Shaymin. Shaymin or another support mon. I do like 2 Shaymin, though. 2 Shaymin's pretty clutch. I'm dragging this out more than I need to. I'll see you guys later, and have a good one.